So we are live, Elijah. We're on. No
About time, man.
more technical difficulties right now. We're good.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So I just want to welcome everyone, give people, some time to come on. But I want to say happy Wellness Wednesday. I love Wednesdays. It's the middle of the work week for most people, 2 days before the weekend. So usually this is the time where people need like some type of revamp, in the middle of the week. And I think it's the perfect time to go out, exercise, get motivated, not manipulated, as your shirt says.
This is true. Every day is a good day for that.
excuse.
Every day is a good day for that.
There's not a day of the week that you should not do something, but especially Wednesday, this is the time where it's like, okay, I'm feeling sluggish. Let me get on my butt and start moving. But again, happy Wellness Wednesday. Thank you for everyone who's starting to come on tonight. This is Miss Qadriyyah Marie, host of On the Q with Qadriyyah Marie. This is the podcast platform for On the Q Productions. On the Q Productions is a media production company that's primarily focused on educating and inspiring the urban community on personal health, wellness, and fitness. So I'm here tonight with my super guest, Mr. Elijah Glenn of Eli Speaks LLC. We are actually continuing part 2 of the previous podcast from 2 weeks ago. Like I said earlier, we had some technical difficulties. So we got all that out the way. It's sunny outside. The weather is beautiful out. We're happy. We're excited to finish this conversation. So Elijah, would you like to just, again, briefly introduce yourself to the On the Q with Qadriyyah Marie viewers?
Yes, as you said, my name is Elijah Glenn, Eli Speaks LLC. I'm a motivational speaker, brand ambassador, coach, a little bit of everything. I do. I got workshops. I have apparel, as you see. There's Motivated Not Manipulated. There's Melanin Motivated, and there's Educator Bay. And consider myself more of a Renaissance man, so a little bit of everything.
All right. Yeah, you definitely do a little bit of everything. I know we discussed a lot of down the previous show, your coaching experience, your education background. We covered a good bit, but we still had a lot more to go over. Well, I just want to thank everyone who's coming on tonight. MJ, she says, "Hey, Quad and Elijah."
Hi, MJ.
Thanks for MJ. Hey, and of course, our boo.
Hey.
Washington is on tonight. She is in attendance. I appreciate that, girlfriend.
Hey, Frey.
So thank you guys for watching. As I always say, the support means a lot. We're here to, not just promote what we're doing, but to help people who are watching. So I think that's really important. And Elijah is a big part of that service community. Always helping people. And I want you to explain more further about the shirt that you're wearing, as well as your apparel line, because I like that. I need to get me one.
That'll definitely work. Okay, first before I begin, let me say I do see you and Frazier. Y'all getting y'all health on the workout.
Yes.
I definitely see you guys working out almost every day when I'm looking online. I'm like, it's a beautiful thing.
I don't know if y'all can see my little muscle coming in.
Next week I'm gonna get the week after next, I'm gonna get back into it. Back into the gym. I've already been eating way better than I've been in a long time. So which helped me drop the weight. I went to the doctor again today just for a regular follow up, and of course things are looking real good on my end. So I see you guys. I'm sure that you two ladies are inspiring other people as well. To get out there and working out. So not just Wellness Wednesdays, but every day.
Every day. That's what I be trying to tell y'all. Like every day of the week is a new chance to start over. To start fresh, and I love to remind people of that.
So definitely,
I appreciate that.
I see you ladies. But with my apparel, because I have funny enough, I have so many different little sayings, and people like, hey, your sayings need to be on shirts. I got my kids that I've worked with over the years, like Coach, you need to put that on a shirt. We're gonna wear it. Whether it's my little silly sayings or more like inspirational things. Where I started off with the Melanin Motivated. Now a lot of my Melanin Motivated gear, when I tell you, when I wear it out in public, it brings up or starts the most conversations from different people of different cultures. They'll say, some people ask, what does melanin mean? Or, some people like, hey, I like that shirt. And I'm like, okay, I make it. They're like, oh, you do? Oh, how can I, get some? So it's always a great conversation started with just the melanin motivated part of my brand. And then for those that might have less melanin in their body, I have motivated, not manipulated, which of course can go for anyone, because of course I prefer with my motto to be motivated, not manipulated. So whether you're working, whether you're whatever it is, everyone I think would choose to be motivated instead of manipulated.
Wow.
And then there's Educator Bay. Of course, I'm an educator, and I know tons of educators, and everyone in little, funny or cool or quirky things to wear. So Educator Bay is always funny, and they do love that. So I have, with t-shirts, sweatsuits, crop tops. I have some collared shirts.
Well, I didn't know all that. Now.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff.
A whole list.
Yeah, I got a whole lot. I got yoga pants.
I need tights. That. That's what me and Praise. We need that. Toya.
I got tights. I got some athletic shorts. I'm about to get into some what are they called again? More of like the biker type. The biker tight shorts and shirts that ladies might ask, like, oh, you got biker shirts? I'm like, yeah, those would be next. More of my summer wear, spring summer wear. And I also have a one of one, but a lot of people are asking, which I'm going to introduce maybe a little later on in the summer. I have a book bag, which is when I tell you this book bag, I just have one of them. I wanted to test it out, kind of travel test it. I use it for almost everything. I actually have it with me. Hold on, I actually have it with me, and it has.
That looks nice.
And when I tell you, it has like a million pockets. Like all, and even in the inside, I got so much stuff in. I'm not going to pour out right now, but it has a million pockets in here, and it's almost like every day I'm finding a new pocket. So, it's a great travel bag, and I use it most time when I'm traveling because I want to check on the wear and tear before I really give it out to the public or offer it up to the public. And it comes in, as of right now, 3 different colors. So that's the black one, and it has orange on the inside.
I like that.
That's gray, and I can get put either of the sayings on them. So it's when they're out and I'm promoting them, I will gladly let you know. I have so much. I'm so backed up with things that I have going on with orders, because a lot of people order from all over the country. So and I have to do a whole photo shoot. I have to do a photo shoot soon, which will be probably in a couple of weeks, where I'm going to invite regular people that either already have the apparel or models that want to come. I'm going to do a photo shoot so I can put from my website, instead of just having just pictures or mock-ups, have regular people.
It's good to have actual people.
Regular people in this stuff. So I've been talking with different photographers. When I'm probably going to use one of them that I'm cool with to do the photo shoot, where it's not just me. I'm going to have regular people, kids, and all that to show. Because even my sweatsuit's not even on my website yet. My crop tops aren't on it yet. And then when I have more of my spring summer line. So that's more about the apparel. And I started it because, besides the fact that people asking me for the different sayings, in between, let's say, speaking or facilitating gigs, it's good to also have more revenue stream. So
of course,
and with a lot of organizations that can't necessarily afford my rates, I was, you can work out ways like, hey, listen, you bought a certain amount of apparel and I can come. So you'll really it's really something for you and your audience, and you're having me come along. So that's what a lot of people where. I don't know when yet, maybe the next couple of years, I'm going to work on some books, because people are asking me for books. And with, certain organizations where they're schools, they can only pay for things. They can't really pay for speakers or facilitators what they're worth. So they're like, hey, if you have books or you have apparel, we can buy these things, and we can, buy X amount or however many you need us to buy for you to come.
Right.
So, I try to work around, work with people budgets. Like, hey, listen, okay, you can't necessarily afford this, but you can do this. I'm not trying to turn people down, but it has to be respectable.
Right.
Like, because you can't do everything for free. I tell people even gas costs. So if it's close enough even for me to drive to, I'm like, even gas costs. So we have to figure some things out. So as long as it's respectable, I try to work with people from really all over, because it's before this pandemic, I had so many different workshops set up, even out of state. Still working on a few others that I may do in different states, or even just different events that organizations or people want me to be a part of. Like, it's a manager for a few NFL players. Wants me to do some things with a couple of his clients, and that'll probably be in Texas.
Wow.
So just, locking down some things, getting contracts signed, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm definitely rooting for you. We have some more comments tonight. Nicole Freeman, she's back. She says good evening.
Hey, Nicole.
Thank you, Nicole. And
Nicole shows.
So
let me tell you.
Good evening.
Let me just tell you, Nicole is the mother of my first and only right now brand ambassador. I have a brand ambassador.
Wow. Okay.
Her son, Nasir, is phenomenal artist. I mean, he does dancing, choreography. He's if you check out some of his videos, he's incredible. So when I've been watching, she's been telling me about him. It's like, hey, my son. And she would send me videos. And I'm like, he's dope. He's really dope. And he's a college student that has great grades. So that's what more important to me, besides he can dance in his art form, that he has great grades. So he's my first and only brand ambassador right now. Nasir Chase, phenomenal guy. You can definitely check out his I think he has definitely his Instagram, and that's his mom, and she's so supportive. Anything I try to do, if I mention something, like I mentioned something on the last show, she's like, okay, we're gonna be there. I want to come support. So it's always, I appreciate the love. And she comes out of New York, so a whole state away, she will come support.
Wow, that's what we really need. All of us, as entrepreneurs, we need that type of support. So how like, as far as your apparel, do you represent like different sizes, or because I know you're still looking for really and people.
It can go from the littlest kids, like some almost toddler sizes, to really there's people to tell me the size they need, and I'll get it for them.
Right.
And I'll just make it. It may cost a little more, the bigger sizes. Like after you go out to XL, from like XL and up, it's like maybe an extra couple $. But I don't. That's why I'm like, I want to have regular people,
right? Yeah,
showing that it fits my clothes. You can wear whether you're a regular person, doesn't matter your size, your culture, your genetics, whatever. It can fit you. I can get your size. So it doesn't. I'm not shying away and saying, hey, you have to be really skinny or really buff, or doesn't matter. Or you got to be an adult. I got kid sizes, so.
Yeah, represent for everybody, because you want everybody wearing your apparel. So my mom is back. She says, hi, Q and Elijah. Thank you.
Hi, Miss Brown.
That's that's Mama Brown there.
Yeah.
Toya is saying hello to her as well.
Aw.
We all try to support each other. Same, as you were saying with Nicole, coming out, from the next state, or even coming on, just to give a shout out. All of those things, make a difference.
Trust me, I appreciate all of it. Like, they definitely come. When I did my first and only pop-up shop as of right now, she came. A few other people came from more upstate New York. People came from Virginia, all around, whether it's friends or family, to come support my pop-up shop, which was the day after my birthday, April 25th. And I still have not put the photos up from that, just because there's been so much going on. I'm going to put those up. I'm probably going to make a video, because there's so many photos from people. That is going to show that it went as it's supposed to. Those that needed to be there were there. Those that couldn't make it, I understood. But it was a great turnout, and I appreciated it.
Everyone's just saying hello to each other in the chat.
I see your mom talking to MJ.
Yeah, they're really close friends as well. So would you like to talk further? I know you just talked on it briefly just now about the current events that you do have coming up, because I know you have some that's coming up right now, right this summer.
I'm waiting to certain contracts to be signed, right, before I really promote them.
Right.
But right now I'm working on, and I got to go ahead with from his daughter, my old former coach, mentor, and friend who passed a few weeks ago, and I want to do a scholarship in his name, Malik Jones. So I spoke to his daughter maybe like a week or so ago to ask her thoughts, to make sure I get the go ahead, and she loved the idea. She said definitely. So I'm going to start a yearly scholarship in his name. It's going to be called the Malik Jones Hardest Working Scholarship, and it's going to go. It's going to go to seniors who managed to have a 3.0 and up all 4 years, in high school, and I'm giving it to them their senior year. I'm gonna decide about how much it would be. I'm gonna do it for a guy and a girl each year.
Right.
And we're gonna probably do like an award dinner or so, and have his daughter be the one to give them the big check. So she will be there to give them the big checks, because that's important to me that she's there in a representation of her father. So I'm gonna be probably doing some fundraising events to raise funds to give those scholarships out, and decide if I'm gonna start it maybe next school year or give it a couple years of gaining more money so I can maybe give out more scholarships by like the 4th year. Well, so we'll see. We'll see how much I can raise within that time and get those that decide on how I'm going to do the qualifications besides the grades. Maybe do a little essay, and they're gonna have to be student athletes, of course, because he was a student athlete.
Right.
I'm a student athlete, so being a student athlete is rough enough, but being able to hold and be able to hold the 3.0 and up all 4 years every cycle
that's hard.
That's definitely hard. So if you're able to do that, that's when you consider you're the hardest working. So you don't have to be the best player, or best athlete. Long as you maintain that GPA and you did sports all 4 years, you're eligible to go. And then I might just do a little essay requirement. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that is definitely even to do 1 year is a lot.
Yeah. So imagine 4 years.
4 years in a row.
Keeping your grades up, each cycle 3.0s and up. Because I tell them, and I preach it to elementary school kids, to high school kids. If you manage to have a 3.0 and up, all 3 cycles, all 4 years, colleges are going to be drooling over you. Automatically, you're going to at least get an academic scholarship. And quiet is kept. I tell people quiet is kept. An academic scholarship is better than having an athletic one. Or if you do get an athletic one, you can tell them you want it more for academics, because you might get hurt. Coaches may change.
Right, anything. That's true.
Coaches may change and they might not like you as a player. So instead of possibly losing your scholarship, as long as you keep your grades up and it's all academics, you're good.
You're good, right? I didn't think about that as far as athletes.
Yeah,
things can change once you start school.
Not many people tell them that. They're not guiding them to say, "Hey, listen, yes, you got an athletic scholarship, but anything can happen. That coach, you can get hurt, whatever, and you might be out of school because of it, or they might take away your scholarship because it's really kind of at will. They can take away your scholarship for anything. So, if you tell them you want your money all in academics, all you got to do is keep your grades up. Keep it to whatever the academic standpoint is supposed to be, and you're covered. So that's the main thing. Other events, I might be doing fundraisers for that, and then anything else, I'm just waiting for contracts to be signed before I start promoting them. Whether it's in state, I have one that's possibly in state that wants me to come through. There's some out of state events, so we'll see. I just need to just wait. Like I can't just jump a gun and say, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this," and the contract hasn't been signed, and I might not do it.
But now at least you have a lot of things on your side now with events, places, locations opening up now. Yeah. Now you're gonna have more patrons coming out.
Yeah, that's the hope. The hope is because I want to get to the point where eventually I'm going to make a tour, and I want to I want to do one at least down the East Coast, and do another one maybe through the Midwest, and then finally do one all the way to Cali.
Right.
So
wow, that's gonna be Nicole commented as well. Anytime you have a pop-up shop, I'm able to get there. I'm coming.
I told you, like
she'll be there in California too.
Yeah, right. If the pop-up shop or the events, if she can make it, because she's so supportive. She always she's on me every day. Hey, I want to do this, I want to do that, or she wants to get some apparel, or she wants to get some for the brand ambassador. Her son wants some apparel for his latest dance video, and if you get a chance to check him out, he does some incredible things, and he choreographs all of them. He choreographs, and he teaches a class too. He teaches classes too. So this young man was about 19, 19, 20 or so, and he does so much. And he's humble, like quiet and humble. Like you wouldn't really hear him brag. Right.
Yeah, we definitely need more young men like that. So Elijah, how to reach me. Let me know how I can contact him or be able to see what he has going on, because he sounds like a great young man, ambitious, motivated, not manipulated.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to put something at one of my events to have him come perform, right? Or him and some of his other dancers come perform, just so people can see it over here. So I'm gonna figure it out. I have some things I have to put into place, and I'm gonna see if I'm gonna have him, get him to come and do something.
Yeah, definitely. Because that's what this is really, all about. All of us, again, like I always say, supporting each other in all ways.
Yeah.
Financially, we still need that support. The shares, the
Definitely.
likes, everything is beautiful. Word of
Yeah.
mouth. Sometimes we do need some support in that way,
Yeah.
so that we can grow. You got to have some type of revenue coming in so that you're able to do more.
Not everybody thinks about that. Just say, even with saying me getting the apparel or getting the gear from my vendors to get my stuff on, that costs.
It
So,
does, right.
and then, you may be shipping or, maybe even delivering and things of that nature. People don't take that into consideration that, oh yeah, not Nasir's 20 now. It's like he's 19, 20. Maybe he had a birthday, so he's definitely 20 now. People don't think about these things cost. Or when you go to the store or you want a discount, you forget this stuff costs. Like, it costs to get these things to get things done to them or to get them made from the ground up. It costs ink and anything else. So they don't. Some people do. Some people understand. But you may have to educate those that think that, help them understand, like, yo, these things that I'm doing, it costs me, and I'm only maybe just trying to recoup that money or make a little bit of a profit. I'm not here trying to beat nobody over the head with high costs, because I know when I was actually before it, I just went to three of my little cousins all have brands with apparel, and I went to support them yesterday, and I bought multiple items from each of them. They really went to their pop-up shop. I was there for all of them, maybe, I promise you, not even 10 minutes. When they, okay, give me this, give me this, give me this, give me that. You don't have that in my size, I'll pay for it, or you can get it done. Let me know when it's ready, and I'll get it up. And just to really, just to show that support. I'm not asking for a discount. I know what it is. Give me all of those.
Big thing. That discount. Always asking. If it's not free, they want a discount.
And you wouldn't really necessarily do that with someone you don't know. When I'm really, they wouldn't take as much of a loss as I would, but just trying to give a discount or making everything free.
Yeah.
So it's important. Like, over the years, and I have great relationships with many people in all different realms of businesses, and I don't ask for discounts. I don't walk into clubs or venues and say, hey, yeah, you know me, I know the owner, things of that nature, I'm only going to pay this. It's either how much is it, or somebody, but, oh no, you're good. Okay, are you sure? And I might still give them some money later on, like, hey, I know what it is, and slide them something in their hand, like, hey, I know how it goes. I know, if it's a light night, I know you still got bills to pay, because I've been in their shoes. Or if somebody's doing something for me, whether you're a graphic designer or my web designer, whatever, if you want to, I don't ask for discounts. If you choose to, I get it. I understand. Hey, I've been doing business with you for so long, and you want to offer me a discount, or because I've given you so much other business, and you want to decide, hey, I'm going to discount this for you because you bringing me money in multiple ways.
Yeah,
I understand that, right? So if you want to give me discounts, that's okay. But I'm not the one that's going to ask, hey, oh, can I get it for this amount? Can you drop this? You only paid for this one. Let me get it at cost. No, no, it doesn't work that way. If I choose to, hey, here's a free shirt for you.
Right. Yeah.
That's one thing, but you're not going to try to con me into giving it to you.
It is a lot of that.
I can imagine.
And I don't understand that. And I don't want to. I don't know if it's just it's the culture or what. Why we're accustomed to that.
Well, you know what? I don't think it's even just I was talking about earlier, about my experience with some other coaches, and I worked in one of my other old coaches, his clothing store many years ago, and a business owner from around the corner who owned a food establishment, who after that day I've never supported them again. She's of another culture, and she came, and it was the winter time, and she wanted a coat, a Northeast coat. They're $100 or more a pop.
Regardless. Yeah, they are.
She wanted this particular coat for over half the price down. Like, she wanted, say the coat was $150, she wanted it for $50. Now, this same woman wouldn't let someone get away with owing her a penny at the food establishment around the corner. But you want this coat for less than, way over half the amount of what it's cost. And she was so serious, and I couldn't understand it. Like, are you serious as a business owner You want that much of a markdown? Are you crazy? And if I was to go around the corner, if I had 99 cents and the thing was $1, you wouldn't let me get away with owing you 1 penny. So because of that, like I've never supported them again. Like you're not gonna.
I agree.
Get away with that type of stuff. Like you're making millions of dollars over there, and you don't want to pay full price as another business owner.
No, that's what it is.
So it's not. I can't say it's just our culture. Trust me, it's
right. That's true. It's not. But I guess that's where we're used to being around that type of environment, seeing that within our culture. But you're right. It's definitely it's definitely not just us. Why it's widespread.
I don't even know.
You shake your head.
Yeah, it's like it's definitely. It definitely is, and it's an ongoing thing. But you got you when people try to get over on you, it doesn't matter what culture you are.
Right, it doesn't.
But you keep it pushing. You appreciate those, because when you realize as an entrepreneur, you'll get more support from from strangers that you don't know or that you don't necessarily have closer relationships with than you would those that. And I tell people, like when people ask me, I'm like, the first thing you need to understand about being an entrepreneur, you got to have thick skin. You have to understand that those that you might think that should support you might necessarily can't or won't support you until maybe when you get bigger, right? And then they want to say, hey, I've always knew Q was my best friend. That's my cousin. I've loved her. I've always supported her.
All that lies.
All that comes into play when they say, hey, when I just asked you to come to my event and you ain't have to pay, and you never came.
Never came.
Like you never supported, you never shared, you never, you never did anything. But now I'm a household name. It's, oh, Q, remember me? I'm saying, you stay out there. Can you let me in for free? Can you get me past this line?
Like, I don't know you.
Can you just kind of like, trust me when I tell you, I've been through all these situations.
Yeah, I imagine you have.
To me, where it doesn't matter if it was events wise, whether it's things like this in my apparel.
Right.
It's those that you expect to support you, want to support you. And I would tell anyone that wants to be, you have to have thick skin. You learn that from the beginning. Those that, whether your friends or family that may or may not support you, the strangers will. Strangers that don't know you will. And I'm like, and I put it from let's say a musical artist standpoint. Lil Wayne, right? Most of the people that might have bought his music or still continue to buy his music aren't from his area, aren't from urban communities. They may be from the Midwest. They may be from other cultures. There may be a lot of people, maybe from overseas. They don't. It's not his people or those that from his community that support him, and they probably still don't, even though he's bigger. Yes, I know Weezy from this and all that. So I'm like, you have to understand that as an entrepreneur, it's the same way. So don't get too sad about it. Understand, I'm going to do what I got to do. Use it as motivation. Hey, you're not supporting me now, and when I make it big or where I make it, to my level that I see of where I want to be at, you're gonna come along, and then it's gonna be, oh, you're my cousin, or
I'm like, oh, I got another cousin out here.
Yeah. You remember me from high school or college or whatever the case may be, and you can handle those situations as you want, but no need to beat yourself in the head about it. Definitely develop thick skin and keep it moving, keep it pushing, work on your brand, keep promoting yourself. Keep reinventing yourself if you need to till you get to the thing that works. I never would have thought that. Like I've had different shirts and stuff before this. I've had different apparel, and I'm like, hey, just my sweatsuits are just, they fly off. Like literally, I'm like, it's getting hot. Y'all still want sweatsuits? Yes, I still want sweatsuits. People are ordering. Like, okay, so it's out of my biggest seller are my sweatsuits, and it's hot, and people still like, hey, I'm traveling now. They're great for travel gear.
Right, they want that, right, sweatsuit.
It's still getting cold. The rain and cold yesterday. I still wear sweatsuit.
Right, it was, the weather, that's true.
Or even my hoodies still go too, but it's really just, they're the most expensive out of them because it's 2 parts, but it's still my biggest sellers. So it's, you keep moving and you keep pushing yourself and you keep reinventing yourself or whatever you need to do with your apparel, your products, and you'll find something that clicks. Hopefully you do.
Yeah, at least one thing, and people don't realize all the talents and skills that they possess, and you have to tap into those things too.
It's funny. Another thing I was talking about, like how I consider myself besides a Renaissance man, one of those jacks of of all trades. Like I'm good at so many different things that I haven't focused and been great at one. And that can be a problem, I guess, for some. Like, hey, if I focus right here on this part, I probably can be great at it, but I'm good at this too. Well, let me try this, and I pick it up fast. Oh, I'm good at that too. So it's it can be a little bothersome. Like, hey, because I want to do this, I want to do that. I can try this.
I'm the same.
Hey, I can. I've been in talks for the past couple of weeks of getting more into the birthing world of was it being a doula, or being a black male doula. You know, just
I've never heard. I've never heard that.
It's a lot out here, I'm sure. But being a male and one, and then a black male, because of course, a lot of black females. Because I'm like, everybody knows Eli loves the kids, but
we do.
and like helping bring babies into this world.
Wow, you should definitely look into that.
I am. Like, I've been luckily, I've had one of my close friends. She's been sending me some information that I can look into, or maybe want to connect me with different people that already do it.
Right.
And that's been helpful. Because looking at these things, I'm like, it's something, but here it is. Here is something else that I'm about to pick up.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, you're going to put me over here, and I'm going to be doing this. Like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm over here about to go to the hospital and help deliver this baby. We're
going to be calling you Dr. Eli.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So it's we talked about the pros and cons of if, people are going to be secure enough, other men going to be secure enough of me being there with their lady while they're going through these things and helping with this process. But you understand, like, I'm here to help. I'm helping bring good butts to the world.
You're not even paying that, no attention.
I don't find that attractive. I'm here to try to help bring this baby into this world.
Different scenarios. A woman giving birth is not the same as you just laying down with her. That's a whole different thing.
So it's
that's different viewpoint.
That's one of the things I'm thinking about and about to start looking into. And possibly, who knows, make another business out of it. So be traveling, be out of state somewhere doing a workshop, and somebody goes in labor right then and there. Hey, I can help. I'm here.
I'm glad you brought that up. Like I said, I hadn't heard any black males mention that.
I mean, just like there are black male nurses, so it shouldn't be.
That's true. It is.
There shouldn't be. Of course, I'm sure there's a stigma with it, but it's just something more out of the love. Like, everybody knows I love the kids. I love all kids, all babies. I got a ton of patience for kids. Not too much for adults. I've been working on it. I've been working on my patience with adults. I've been doing better. It was a conscious effort this year.
It takes work for that.
Yes, it was a conscious effort this year to work on adults, my patience with adults. But
some of them like big kids themselves.
Yes, that's exactly it. So it's but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, Nicole made a comment as well. She said, "A man of many hats and talent." Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And I appreciate knowing that you are exploring all of those and have been, because you never know which one is going to be the one that's really going to, catapult you to where you want to go.
Well, in this day, and even if you want to actually be, I guess, financially comfortable, not to necessarily say wealthy.
That's too.
Financially comfortable, you got to have multiple revenue streams.
Yeah, you do.
And especially when you get to the point where you get passive income, when you have income coming in while you're sleeping, that's where you really are making money. Besides just the more important things like real estate and all of that, having multiple revenue streams, that helps. So that's where I want to get to that point where, one, I already love what I do, working with the youth, education, the speaking and all of that. I want to get to the point where I had a teacher, one of my teachers in high school. She was my economics teacher and my African American history teacher. When I tell you, this woman was always so happy. She was always so great. Her husband was a brain surgeon.
Wow.
And she didn't have to work. Black woman. And I never saw her wear the same outfit twice, which I'm sure she did. But I never saw her, but she's always so happy. And I wanted to get to that level where I don't have to work. I do it because I love it.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you with that.
I want to do it because I love going to work. Because I've been in jobs where I hated going to work. But having the jobs or doing things because just for the love of it. Yes, I'm getting something out of it, maybe income out of it, but I love doing it. And I love what I do. And I love working with kids in multiple aspects. I love working with families as a whole in any capacity that I can. So it's these different things that I want to continue to do, whether it's just being a doula, whether it's speaking, whether it's doing family workshops and courses, whatever it is, as long as it's about the family and the community, I'm sure you're going to get me and I'm going to love to do it.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to what else. I feel like by the end of summer, you're going to be starting a new project again.
We don't know. We really don't know. I'm trying to tone down working this summer.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing some other things, really focusing probably on my coaching, really, and putting some other stuff in place. Maybe more of the fundraisers. And getting ready for my upcoming basketball season. So I'm gonna do a little bit of that. Take a little more time. At least have my days a little more free to do some and maybe put some proposals together, some grants, so it can make it a little easier for me and others. Like, when I start incorporating having real staff and all of that.
Right.
Because a lot of times I'm a one-man show, so I got to do this, I got to do that. So it definitely, with doing so many different things, something gets lost on the wayside. So accepting help was a big thing for me this year.
That's a huge thing for a lot of entrepreneurs, because you are used to being a one-man show.
And that's what my pop-up shop helped me accept help, because I literally reached out to people back in January to talk about my pop-up shop in April. When I first started talking about it and started to book it, I hit multiple friends and family members like, hey, I need your help. I want you to come do this. I'm having a pop-up shop. So I just want to be able to, what I really wanted to do was just be able to take pictures and thank people for coming. That's what I really wanted to do.
It.
That's all I wanted to do. And let everybody, like my friends, handle all my apparel, deal with the selling. The other vendors, they do what they do, make money. And all I want to do is stand there and take pictures and thank people for coming. It wasn't necessarily what happened. I wound up being pulled all over the place. With owners and management, dealing with different things. Luckily, I got a twin brother, so he was able to take pictures and stuff for me with people that he didn't even know.
Yeah, shout out to your twin.
Yeah, he was able to, as a good stand-in, to take pictures with people for me, and they thought he was me.
That's funny.
So, people would see when I post the pictures and stuff, people would see how we really looked alike that day. We were wearing matching sweatsuits.
Wow.
Only thing, the main difference was our sneakers, and I'm a little taller, things of that nature. So it's definitely interesting. Majority of the pictures are him instead of me, which is so funny. So
that sounds fun though.
When I post the pictures, I'm gonna probably put them in a little video, and people can see. You thought it was me? It was him. So it's very interesting.
Do that.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna want to look so I can see if I can spot the difference between the two. So I know you talked briefly earlier about working out and going to the gym. Do you want to just say a little something extra about what you're doing right now as far as your weight loss journey that you're on?
So it's my goal was my comfortable weight to me is between 200 and 220. I hit that already. I'm at 215, and I was just changing my diet. And as men, let alone Black men in general, we need to take our health a little more serious and go to the doctor.
Yeah, we do.
Go to the doctor. Like as a Black man, go to the doctor. Go, get a primary care, get your blood work done. Do whatever you need to do. Now, of course, ask questions, get some research, make sure you're okay with if you have to be on medication. Make sure you want to know the side effects. Maybe if you need to get a second opinion, do that too. Just like our women do, and tell your doctor, if you know your body. Don't accept something if you don't think it's going to work for you or it's going to damage you. Tell your doctor, no, I don't want that, or I want a lower dosage. Or don't put me on this too high because I know how it's going to affect me. So that was important to me to get my health back together. I got a membership to the gym. I fell off a little bit, but I have been eating better. So just losing weight just really off of me changing my diet of what and when I eat. Cutting out, which I'm never really a big sugar person anyway, and desserts, that was never really my thing. But I was eating that stuff. Like my birthday happened, people would cupcakes and
you
stuff.
have to have a little, something.
Normally I might eat maybe one cupcake a year or things that
wow.
like I
So
don't.
You've been really good.
I don't. It's not my thing. But around my birthday, I was eating more of that stuff, more junk. You know, I was letting people actually celebrate me this year of going to different places and giving me,
they were. Yes, that's right.
you know, giving me cakes and stuff. So I was like, you know, once I got it back together a little before my first doctor's appointment a few weeks ago, and changing my diet, like I've already dropping the pounds. I've already was doing what I need to do and working out and exercise, because of course, if you have kids or family, you want to be there for your family. You want to be in the best stuff that you can be. You want to avoid things that run rampant in our communities: high blood pressure, diabetes, you know, high cholesterol, that runs rampant in our population. And it's what we eat. Diabetes, if you wasn't born with it, you can reverse it just by changing what you eat and exercising. And a lot of our people don't understand that it's almost like a death toll or death wish. Like, no, change your diet, start walking, drink more water. Like it's reversible.
Right. It's stuff you can actually control.
Yeah. So and that starts in the kitchen, and also educating. Imagine trying to educate your mother, or your grandmother. You shouldn't eat this. You shouldn't do that. Like, let's not, because
like, boy, I've been eating this. I felt been eating this the last 100 years, and they was fine. And
but you also
were they really fine? Like, they died early death. So
and you got high blood pressure, you got diabetes, you got high cholesterol, whatever. If you just change this, I want you to be here for your grandkids, your great grandparents, or whatever, and be there as long as possible. And it's going to help you avoid and deal with a lot of different health issues. So that's always been my goal. I don't want to experience some of the things that my parents or my elders have been through or currently go through. And that's where me just being more healthy. So when I get back, the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna get back into the gym and hit it hard this summer and continue throughout the year and the years to come, where I'm sure I drop weight easily and I gain weight easily just from what I eat. So I'm sure I'm probably going to drop more pounds. And who knows, it might change more into muscle, however way it goes. But as long as I'm with my comfortable weight, 200 to 215, I'm okay. I'm not trying to go back to my high school weight. I'm not trying to be down to weight like my son. I'm not trying to be 165, 175. I like my weight. I like my weight. I'm not trying to be.
It's good to have a little bit of weight on you, and a lot of it's muscle anyway, not necessarily fat.
Yeah, so I just want to tone. I'm not trying to be a big muscular jock. That's not really what I'm trying to do. Just tone, and definitely improve my flexibility. I want to get more into yoga and stretching and all that other good stuff. It's a workout as well.
I'm a fan of those.
I can understand, but I just want to do the stretching. I just need to stretch. I'm so physically tight.
I need very important, especially if you're working out.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't think about that, and then they're wondering why they're so sore, why they're injured.
That, and the fact you're getting
up in 500 pounds while stretching,
and you can't really move. You're wondering, people are so stiff. You need to stretch. You need to stretch. Get the blood flowing the right way.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because I'm a big fan of of yoga and meditation as well. Anything that involves you on the floor, and because there's a lot you can do. You don't necessarily have to be in the gym to get your body, like you said, toned. And
you can definitely do home workouts. Healthy. I normally prefer the outside anyway, maybe running and doing stuff outside. But I know I do like to do the machines. So when I start going back in the gym using the machines, and I'm going to incorporate swimming, it's going to be a full, probably by the time, if we do a follow-up, maybe in September, it's going to be I'm going to have a different body.
All right. So you guys heard that. We're going to have a part 3.
Yeah, a follow-up maybe in September.
I'm on my little journey too. So we both going to pop up. And
I see you.
Looking different.
You out here doing so many things CrossFit-wise. You're doing kickboxing and walking or running and doing I definitely see. I see you doing your thing, and I see Phrase, and I see her doing her thing, and I'm like,
definitely.
You ladies are doing it. You look great.
Yeah. Thank you. And then my boyfriend's a cyclist.
I see.
And he got into that. He actually rides over like bridges, like the George Washington Bridge from New York. I'm like, okay, I'm not up to that yet. Maybe one day. But it's definitely helped him. He was almost 400 pounds. and he's lost maybe almost 145, 150 pounds within like the last 2 years.
That's dope.
And he was home, exercising. He wasn't going to a gym until like the last 2 months or so. So he lost all that, as you mentioned, from dieting and at home exercise. But it's a mental thing.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah, thank you. So it's mental, just wanting to change your lifestyle. Like you said, our families, we got all these people with high blood pressure and diabetes, things that could be avoided if they were to just go and change their diet and exercise. So I appreciate watching, both you guys, your lifestyle change, because it's a whole lifestyle. It's not something that you just do in one month and then that's it. It's an everyday thing.
Imagine me telling my
life,
I was telling my doctor how my diet was today. He was like, "Oh my God, that's good." Like, yeah, that's good. He like, I do some of the same things, and I'm like, I know my body. I know how I should eat, so it's not like I need a nutritionist. I know my body. I know what I need to do. I've had that already. I know I've been educated enough to know what to do and how to feed my body to lose weight and be healthy.
Yeah, we're gonna need you to write a book or something too. Giving you some more ideas.
I don't know. I know what works for me. So I guess it'll say the book will be like what works for me. It's not going to work for everybody because everybody's body type is different, and everybody has other people have different results that they want to see.
Yeah, they do.
Some people want to be lean, some people want to be more muscular, some people want to, okay with a bit of weight or whatever. So I just know and I forgot, the different body types. That's endomorph and all the other good stuff. I forgot what I am. And you have to do exactly what works for you. And it works if you do speak to a licensed, well-educated, really nutritionist, and you tell them your goals, and they will tell you what you need to do, whether, it's cutting down on carbs, whether it's adding protein, whether it's, so luckily I had a friend who was a licensed and well-educated years ago. When I first lost weight years ago, she helped in that aspect by telling me what I can and cannot eat and when I can eat it. And I just kept on. Like now I'm just going back to that mind state of eating. Well, I eat, and people love when I'm posting my oatmeal each morning. When I'm eating oatmeal, and I have plain oatmeal with cinnamon, no sugar. Besides, I put fresh fruit. I put fresh fruit in. I put cashews and walnuts, so it's really loaded. It's loaded with, and it'll hold you over pretty much all day. It might not taste the best to everyone because they want sugar, but the fresh fruit, whether it's bananas, whether it's, I'm putting all different types of fruit in my oatmeal, and then I might have, for a little more protein, maybe have some turkey sausage on the side, and that's my breakfast, and of course bottles of water. And lunch I might have a salad. So I have a salad, whether it's just a regular salad, or I might add in some protein, whether it's turkey or salmon. And then the same thing for dinner. Now, a lot of times my meals might be far and few in between because let's say I eat breakfast. Let's say that's around 8:30. Lunch might not be until 1:32. Dinner might be, I try not to eat after 8 o'clock. So it might mess around and be around 6. So I'm not eating again until 8:30 the next day. So I'm giving my body time to rest and not try to digest food throughout the night.
Yes. That's a great advice. Yes.
It's almost like intermittent fasting, especially like years ago. Me and my brother started this where in the summer times I wouldn't eat after like 6 o'clock. So like nobody really wants to be full and hot in the summer.
Right. No, I agree. Neither
my body just adjusted going forward where I cannot eat all day. If I don't eat by 8 o'clock hits, my body will be like, okay, I'm not hungry anymore. We can try again tomorrow. Like I'm not hungry. And a lot of times people think they're hungry, they're thirsty. So if you drink some water, if you drink some water or drink before you eat, and you'll fill up part of your stomach, you'll realize you're not even hungry. You probably just were thirsty.
Yeah. I believe it.
So if you drink some water and stuff before meals, that also helps with weight loss because then fill up part of your stomach and then you eat, you're gonna feel yourself getting fuller faster. And almost like intermittent fasting where your meals are far in between each one. So your stomach starts to shrink as well. You're like, hey, I'm not even I didn't eat in X amount of hours. When I do eat, I'm not even eating that much. So it's different little tricks that you can trick your body and still get. Of course, if you need to take vitamins too, still take vitamins.
Right.
Every morning take whatever vitamins you need. Take any things you want to do with your health. There's elderberry and all other good stuff, because I do take that stuff too.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that if you use supplements as well.
Yes, I do that as well, because I know, even with all the food I have, you might not have every vitamin that I need. So taking a multivitamin, along with eating my breakfast and the lunch and things of that nature, just so I make sure that I'm covering all across the board, to keep me healthy, because I don't normally get sick. I used to get summer colds once in a blue, but I don't get that. And the only time I ever had like flu-like symptoms is when I took the flu shot. So I've luckily never got the flu, never had these type
same here. I'm not on wood.
Only time I had the symptoms was when I got the vaccine, and since I haven't been getting the vaccine, I've been perfectly fine, because I live healthy. I don't drink, I don't smoke, so I'm pretty much
FDA, just pure.
Yeah, FDA approved over here.
I like that, FDA approved. I might have to steal that from you.
Imagine when you
go. I like wine though, so I can't say I'm FDA.
It's fine. Some people say it's a healthy thing, so drinking one glass of wine a day is healthy. That's what some people say.
So that's what they want you to believe.
Yeah, I don't know. But imagine,
that's what people like us who drink wine. That's what we say as an excuse.
All the times, let's say I have to go to the doctor, if I ever went to the emergency room, things of that nature, and me telling them the same thing, going from station to station, that I don't drink or smoke, and me being from Newark, and they look at me like I'm a unicorn, and they're asking me like, again, where do you live? Where you from? I'm like, from Newark, born and raised. I still live here. Yes, there's a lot of people that don't drink or smoke, and it's perfectly fine.
Right. Yeah.
So it's and it's some people that say I don't trust anyone that doesn't drink or smoke. I don't know why.
Yeah, that sounds silly.
But yeah, I like to be. I'm always a great designated driver, even designated walker. So it's when I'm out with friends and the need arises, give me your keys, I will drive.
Yeah, that's a good friend.
Someone has to be on point.
Yeah, we need that, because a lot of my social groups when I was going out, very hard to find a person to play that role, because everybody wants to have something.
Yeah, that's understandable too. Well, as anything, you got to take an Uber or take some type of ride share, Uber, Lyft, or something.
Yeah.
Be safe out there. Not just for you, for someone else.
Yeah, that's true. It's not just you on the road. You have other people as well. So would you like to share and on the Q-tip with the viewers tonight?
Oh wow, I think I don't share it so much, but
well, more than something that you haven't shared tonight.
Oh man,
regarding fitness or education or coaching, any type of Q-tip on the Q-tip that you may want to share that you haven't spoken on yet.
What are we going to talk about now? Oh, so
not to put you on the spot.
Yeah. So one of my favorite workshops is building better bonds, right? And with building better bonds, it improves the relationship between a parent or guardian and their preteen, teen, or things of that nature. So understand as a parent or guardian that you really don't know your child like you think you know. And I do a little different activities to help them understand and show that they don't really know their child like they think they do. So having an understanding, maybe go over some things and sit down and talk with them, right? And listen to them. And if you have rules of your house, explain those rules and what you expect of them, because you may think they know and they don't know.
Yeah.
Whether it's the rules are, hey, no devices while you're eating dinner or eating meals. We're going to sit and talk and all that good stuff, or no drinking before a certain age, or things of that nature. Going over those rules and talking about them with them would help a lot of issues, right? Because of course,
I believe it.
They can be rebellious, and as the parent of a teen myself, I know, and understanding that's what gives me the patience, because of working with so many of you people's family members and teens. It helps me with patience with my own son. So in understanding and being able to talk with him more than and even listening to what he is saying and taking into consideration what he's saying. Because as a parent, of course, we just think, hey, it's always just my way or the highway. But you also got to think about what could possibly have happened from you as a teen, right? And things have changed. And our kids, this generation, aren't as emotionally strong as we are. Just like our parents can say the same thing about us. They've been through more than us. And each year, I can say just from just watching, you're getting emotionally weaker because they're not experiencing. Because as a parent, you don't want your kid to experience. You want them to experience certain things and learn, but at the other end, you don't want them. You don't want them to go through some of the trauma you've been through. You don't want them to have some of the issues that you might have went through. So you want to shield them as much as you can.
Yeah.
But it's also not. It's hurting them a little bit as well because they don't get the chance to work through. So it's like you gotta balance out.
That's a tough balance, yeah.
You know what you let them go through on their own, and what you try to shield them through. So understanding that, as a parent, that you don't really know your child like you think you know them, that's a major on a Q-tip.
Yeah, it definitely is major. Because parents, like you said, they think they know everything, and it's a lot.
Also, don't be ashamed to get therapy.
Yes.
Most of us need it, especially if you're born and raised in urban environments and things of that nature and traumas all around you. Get therapy. Get your kids or family members, tell them to get therapy.
Yes.
Let's get rid of the stigma that therapy is bad and you looked at as a crazy person if you get therapy. Take advantage. There are so many, if you need Black therapists, there are so many great Black therapists. You can research or find one in your area if you need. A lot of people are still doing on Zoom and things of that nature. They're not in person
because they are, pandemic. And for free too.
Some of them, some
insurance,
some are free or go through insurance, or some will work with what you can pay, what you can provide. Some of them are really so dope. I have a great one for me and my son.
Yes,
just so like I'm sure he says some things that he has experienced that I have no idea about, and I let him talk with a therapist because I've always told my son, hey, if you can't talk to me, you're gonna find you somebody that we can trust, that you can trust, that you can talk to. Since he was a kid, I've been saying, and I got him a great therapist, and I use him as well, just for you may need just to talk. So there's nothing wrong. Get some therapy. You may not think you've probably experienced things in trauma, like certain things is not normal that we've experienced in the urban community, whether even being desensitized to violence and death. I mean, so it's please get therapy. You're never too old. Talk to someone. Get your kids, get your family members, find someone that you can trust, and get some therapy. Heal.
Yes, definitely need healing. And just because the first person that you go to doesn't feel like a match doesn't mean you just stop.
Keep looking. Trust me, it took some years to find one that I wanted to have, feel comfortable with for my son, and even I can use. But this pandemic was a blessing to be able to find him. And he's actually from my city. Very, very well accomplished, and a cool guy that I referred him to many others. So if you need one, I have one for you. He's a great guy. You can either hit me on the side or ask Q and get my contact information, or you can Instagram, you can DM me, whatever. I will gladly send you his information. He is dope. Or there's others that I might know that may be a pick for you or may be a great fit for you.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bringing that up, because mental health is huge in our community. But now you have more people actually opening up to the idea of it, which is, wonderful to see, especially after all what happened recently.
This pandemic,
a lot of depression going on and anxiety.
The pandemic, all these deaths, whether it's George Floyd or anybody else that might have been close to you, and we're just going through it, especially when we were just locked in and you couldn't really be around anyone and you couldn't really hug. And it's, you were dealing with so much trauma left or right. It was like almost every week things are happening. And then of those, that's more be celebrities that are passing, people are hurting and don't know where to turn. And and a lot of times hurt people as the saying goes, and they do. You might have had trauma, been hurt as a kid or as an adult, and you're hurting others because of it. Get help. Heal.
Yes, you guys, that's something I want everybody to take away. Heal. And it's okay to say that you're healing and not feel any type of shame associated with that, because we all have something that we need to work on, heal, from within ourselves. So Elijah, do you have anything else you want to share? Definitely, we need to know how we can reach you, how we can contact you for your services and to see, all the events you have coming up.
Well, of course, there's my email. That's bookelispeaks@gmail.com. That's BOOKELISPEAKS@gmail.com. Of course, you see the Instagram floating across the screen. I have Twitter. My website is elispeaks.org. So it's www.elispeaks.org. You can look at my shop. You can order stuff. There's still, if there's things like my sweatsuits, as I said, aren't on there. My crop tops aren't on there. You can hit me individually. A lot of people order directly through me through DM or so, and I do ship. So if it's something that you want to order, I can ship to you. I have a few orders that I need to ship probably tomorrow to different states. So that's the best way. I do communicate. I tell anyone, whether adult or kid, if you just need an ear, you can always DM me. You can always hit me. I don't mind if you want to just vent. If I'm able to, I have no problem being an ear. If you want to suggest, I do mentor. I mentor a few kids and a couple adults. So it's a lot of people reach out to me just to mentor the kid, and if I have the chance, if I'm able to, I do that. And we just work it out. So that's it. I'm always around. Easily get in contact with. I don't hide at all.
They're available, you guys.
Yeah, I don't hide at all.
Well, Elijah, I appreciate you, coming on. I'm glad we had this part 2. Now I'm looking forward to part 3.
Yes, the follow-up.
September.
we'll definitely get it together for September as the follow-up. We're gonna pull in phrase. We're all gonna be up here and show off our bodies and all this work that we've done, and that's gonna be the follow-up to our wellness and fitness journeys.
It's gonna be great.
And it's gonna be the great Wellness Wednesday follow-up to how we we're gonna hold each other accountable. That's what it is. It's gonna be our own accountability partners.
We have to hold each other accountable.
Oh, and hold on. Shout out to Nicole, because Nicole's been working out heavy too. She's been posting her videos and stuff. Don't think I don't see you, Nicole. She shared that she's been getting her workout on. She's dropping her weight, talking slick. She wants to order some more. She's telling me she wants to order some more yoga pants and tights, because I'm like, by the time you get this stuff, you're gonna be smaller. So we might as well give you some smaller stuff.
Order smaller size.
Yeah, because she's out here, and that, hey, set that as a goal. You're gonna get smaller sizes to fit in those smaller sizes. But definitely, Nicole, shout out. I do see you doing your thing. You're on your Wellness Wednesday every day. Yes.
But again, I just want to thank you, for coming on. Everything went smooth, as far as, tonight's show.
Appreciate it.
So, God, is on our side watching us, making sure we get the word out about, everything that you have going on. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be fair and let you come back on and finish the discussion, finish the conversation from before.
I definitely appreciate it. I'm glad we were able to get through the technical difficulties. I moved locations to make sure.
Right, you did. You did. You moved locations, everything to make sure all this was good.
Yeah, nothing on my end. So it's I appreciate you, Q, as always. Of course, we're in touch one way or the other.
Of course, we will.
I'll be seeing you around. I'll be watching your videos and your clips and the funny things you post. And Phrase, I see you, and I see the little cutie that you carry around with you. It's a beautiful thing. I appreciate you, ladies.
Yes, Nicole says she's in the gym 5 days a week. You go, girl.
That's
not easy at all. That's all.
And she goes in the morning. I would love to go in the morning, but work schedules is hard.
Right. As long as you get in there.
Yeah.
6 a.m. or 6 p.m.
Exactly.
Just getting that workout in, getting that, as I like to say, keep sweating yourself to a healthier self. That's my slogan. And I really mean that. If you're not, I feel like if you're not sweating, you're not really doing anything. You know what I'm saying? You have to sweat in order to get rid of all those toxins and negative energy, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just let it sweat out.
Yeah. And heal.
Heal, yes. That's healing. Sweating is a part of healing. But again, like I said, I appreciate you coming on. People can obviously watch this as they are now, on Facebook and on the Q Productions, and on YouTube on the Q Productions. So again, I appreciate everybody who came on tonight as well. It just helps, keep things going. you guys coming on, commenting, asking questions, all that stuff, makes a difference.
I definitely appreciate you once again for having me. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I will see you in September.
Yes,
I follow up, all three of us on showing off the work that we've been putting in. The ladies are far ahead. I am in no competition with them, but they are far ahead in their journey.
Stop.
and we'll see how things go on my end.
Yeah, we got it. All right, everybody, have a wonderful and a blessed Wednesday night. Night, Elijah, you as well.
Bye.
I'm definitely watching you, and don't forget to send me your info for your apparel. Because Praise and we need some yoga pants. I go through them real quick.
I got yoga pants. I got tights as well. I'm about to have like biker shorts and all that and tops. It's gonna be
all right.
I'm gonna have it for the fitness person in you.
Yeah, I love it. I love athletic wear, leisure wear, all that stuff.
Got you.
But I definitely rather support, brother that I know over, someone else. So.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, everybody, have a good night.